Hey everyone, Michael here from Star Wars News and Views, and today's story comes to us from a leak from the upcoming toys for Solo: A Star Wars Story, which may give us a clue as to the sort of behind-the-scenes origins of one of the bad guys in Solo, which may have ties to the first ever, really, expanded universe story from the original Marvel comic series. So if you've seen the trailer, this guy may be familiar to you. According to packaging from the toys that have just been leaked, his name is Enfys Nest, the leader of a gang of bikers known as the Cloud Riders. So now that's where this comes in. That name, the Cloud Riders, may be a throwback to an old issue of Marvel Comics, the Star Wars Marvel Comics series. This comes all the way from issue 8. The story's called 8 Against the World, and it's kind of like almost an adaptation of the Seven Samurai, except of course there's 8 of them. The storyline revolves around Han Solo and Chewbacca trying to defeat a gang of mercenaries that are raiding this planet and stealing their crops, and they have to recruit like a crew of mercenaries to sort of help them defend these villagers. That's sort of the Seven Samurai angle of it. But most notably, it introduced this character called Jackson, which is kind of an infamous character in the expanded universe just because it's sort of like, it kind of highlights the ridiculousness and the silliness that the Marvel Comics expanded universe had. It's kind of, he's actually, for a long time, was sort of the Jar Jar Binks of the Star Wars universe. This character that is just like laughably dumb and doesn't really serve much of a purpose. And it's just like the poster child for all that was wrong with the Marvel series. And in fact, George Lucas hated the character so much he made the writers promise that they would never use him again. And actually, fun fact, the character of Jackson has now been canonized. It was always my belief that the character of Bucky O'Hare was kind of inspired by Jackson, because the character of Bucky O'Hare was created in 1978, 1979, even though he didn't make his comic appearance until 1984. This was the first ever Marvel comic that wasn't based on the movie itself. So this is really the first original story, I think, in the expanded universe, because Splinter of the Mind's Eye didn't come out until a few months later, until early 1978. This is from late 1977. So I think that may qualify this as the first ever expanded universe story. And anyway, so where this comes in is the leader of the gang of raiders that is raiding their crops. His name is Sergei X Arrogantis. Sounds like something out of like a Mad Max movie. And he's the leader of the Cloud Riders. So anyway, I guess that's about does it. You have this new character who rides a swoop bike and is part of the Cloud Riders. I have a feeling that that can't be a coincidence. Like I said, some of the Lucasfilm story group kind of throws little references into the writers of these new films, and Pablo Hidalgo in particular has been sort of outspoken about the character of Jackson, who makes his appearance in that issue, and so he's very aware of the character of Jackson, which means he's very aware of this issue 8 of Star Wars and Marvel comic series. So I can't believe that that's just a coincidence. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next episode.